told a meeting of shareholders in America he asked the company to intervene and to stop the bloodshed, to which Coca Cola's management replied that such an intrusion into the affairs of an independent bottler would be improper. In 1980, under worldwide pressure, Coke sacked the notorious trotter. But of course, the company is still in Guatemala.
There have been places where where for one reason or other, we've had to leave. But in the vast majority of the countries, the fact that we're dealing with entrepreneurs rather than governments, I think is quite valid. The difference. Governments change at the whim of people. Businesses hire people, they pay people, they build, they stay, they pay taxes, they support charities. They're part of the community. And, you know, governments are here today and gone tomorrow.
The Chilean government of Salvador Allende was here today and gone tomorrow, thanks to a CIA operation. The Pepsi Cola bottler in Chile was Augustin Edwards, publisher of the El Mercurio newspaper, which, according to a Senate report, became a CIA front. When Allende was elected, Edwards flew to Washington and met Henry Kissinger and Richard Helms, director of the CIA. These were crucial meetings, according to Helms, and were arranged by Donald Kendall, president of Pepsi Cola.
What happens when a company like Coca Cola or Pepsi Cola is accused of meddling in the politics of a certain country? This has happened to both corporations, and you mentioned South America, Chile in particular.
John, when you get that kind of publicity, and when you get relationships that, that you spoke of earlier in both countries with the White House, you frequently get accused of having power that you really don't have. One of them, for example, is in the case of the overthrow of Allende, in which I actually ended up before the grand jury. And in Argentina, I couldn't go to Argentina for a long time because they had me listed as running CIA in South America. That Pepsi Cola was just a cover-up. And actually, our bottler, Pepsi Cola bottler in Chile, happens to own the El Mercurio newspaper. And when he came up here, Nixon wanted to see him, and he'd met him previously with me. And I took him down for the meeting, which started the campaign, but I literally had nothing to do except the introduction, but I got blamed as though I was running the whole show.
The overthrow of Chile's last democratically elected government had begun. 3 years later, Allende was shot, and Chile sank into military repression from which it is yet to recover. Of course, Pepsi Cola is still in Chile.
It's no paradox that as American foreign policy was trying to overthrow Allende in Chile at this time, that there were, at the same time, American foreign policy was trying to establish détente with the Soviet Union. On one hand, you have Allende, who in the eyes of Augustin Edwards, the Pepsi bottler, and many others, was threatening to close off the marketplace from American interests. And on the other hand, with détente, you had the Soviet Union, who very, very cautiously, very gradually, was opening up the marketplace for American interests. And this is the essence, as we see it, of American foreign policy. The real essence, when you distill everything away, is access to the marketplace. If you give us access to the marketplace, we'll do business with you, regardless if you're fascist or if you're communist or if you're anything in between. Just like if you deny us that access, then there are going to be problems.
But the problems are not just political. In a survey of malnutrition in developing countries where Coke and Pepsi dominate, a priest wrote from his remote region. The great majority of people here are convinced that soft drinks must be consumed every day. This is mainly due to extensive advertising. In the meantime, in these same villages, natural products such as fruit are consumed less. In some families, just once a week. Other families even sell their own natural products in order to buy soft drinks.
I think that you have to look at it in the context of what people do in their lifestyles. In the emerging countries, many people have tried to sell strictly nutritional products. The fact of the matter is the people won't drink it. The people won't eat it. They are ingrained in terms of what their local diets and lifestyles happen to be. A Pepsi Cola is never sold as a food product. It's sold as a part of leisure, part of enjoyment. And for many people, having a Pepsi Cola is equivalent to us going to the theater or doing something over here. That's a lot greater luxury. So I don't think that the nutritional argument is one that we would ever make with Pepsi Cola. We're not trying to sell it as something nutritional. We're trying to say, it's a part of having fun. It's a part of enjoyment, and it's a very high quality product. But it's not a nutritional product. Never sold that way.
We make no health claim for Coca-Cola because while Coca-Cola can provide energy, it certainly fills a need of providing refreshing liquid. But you see, it also provides purity. And in a great many countries around the world, you don't have the luxury even of going to a tap and getting a decent, potable glass of pure water. Coca-Cola provides absolute purity to people. And they can take a drink of this beverage, get the refreshment, get energy. And in some countries, that's an issue. But more importantly, know that what they're drinking is not going to harm them. But we make no health claim for the product. We know that there is a place in society, in every society, even the most primitive society, for a moment of refreshment. They're going to find it, and when they find it in Coke, they get one that's pure and clear and tasty and very inexpensive.
In 1968, a Senate Select Committee was set up in the United States to look into hunger and the relationship of diet to heart disease, cancer, diabetes, and other ailments. In 1973, the chairman, Senator George McGovern, put the following question to Dr. G.D. Campbell, an authority on diabetes. In terms of sugar intake, where do you put the kind of soft drinks that we consume in this country on the scale of offenders? Dr. Campbell replied, I must declare an interest here because I'm actually in the employ of Coca Cola, but I think that soft drinks are the biggest villains of all because they are the thing that starts the children off. The time to start nutrition education is the time when too many children are drinking a litre of sugar-sweetened Coca Cola every day. Although other expert witnesses defended a moderate intake of sugar, the committee's findings singled out soft drinks for the harm they did and recommended a drastic reduction in their manufacture. This, of course, did not happen, and since then, soft drink consumption in America, of which Coke and Pepsi are the undisputed leaders, could soon exceed that of water.
Do you ever reflect that so much power and influence and energy and money is focused on something that is only a soft drink?
Isn't that wonderful? I think it's fantastic, John, that you can build up a company and create an image with a product that's just a soft drink, that pleasant experience, that you can make that occur all around the world.
I go to bed every night thinking that we add a lot of brightness to life. A little child down in Colombia, a young wife, 19 years old, who really doesn't have a lot of hope about what they're going to do with life. When they go down to that little bodega and they put a few pennies down on the table, nothing, it's not money that's going to change their lifestyle by spending it on a Coke. But for a moment, she's got her hand around the same thing that the president of that country is drinking, or that people of every walk of life drink. And I think that's terribly valid.
Out on Manzanella Beach, GI romance with native peach. All night long make tropic love, the next day sit in hot sun and cooler, drinking rum and Coca-Cola. Go down Point Coolana, both mother and daughter, working for the Yankee dollar. Come back.